lights on a midnight screen, voices rising from the in-between, truth like thunder breaking the chains, broadcasts loud through the static and flames. From the shadows where the outcast came, built a kingdom, built a name. No suits, no scripts, no corporate lies, just fire in hearts and war in our eyes. Turn the dial, hear the battle cry, with a spark they can't deny. We are the M4 Empire, forces rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Headlines burning like gasoline, fuel for the fight on every screen. They tried to bury what we would say, but the signal cut through anyway. From late night streams to the morning cast, every shot fired, every blast. A legion formed in the common lines, an army built one voice at a time. Raise your hands, let the banners fly, this is our empire in the sky. We are the M4 Empire, forces rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire.
Where's the Italian?
It's over 9,000! What?
Covered with scorpions. Oh, there's people.
Weird.
What kind of omic declarations of hatred at the same time? Hi, everybody!
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
你好，中国，我叫希娜，我爱跟尊重中。Shield up.
There's nothing sacred. Space!
Disappointed! Alton, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it!
I don't care.
But how did you ever find us?
Oh, easy. We just read the screenplay you left us.
And Hispanic people too.
Globe gold! Globe gold! Globe gold!
That means you're gay.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I'll help you. Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Huh? Zappuccino.
Oh, what do you hear? What do you say? M4 Empire, Marvin, Movie Monster Montanero here, and it is time for another spectacular M4 cast, another Thursday night splendor here on the M4 Empire channel. We welcome every single one of you. It's going to be a big night tonight, folks. We had, set this up as, we're going to talk about the Scream 7 reviews, and we're going to talk about that. But of course, the news cycle is so volatile, and of course, a much larger thing happened right before we went on the air, which was that Paramount's bid was accepted by Warner Brothers as being, like the superior bid for the company. And then Netflix immediately dropped out. So we are going to talk a bit about that tonight, as well as the Scream stuff. I'd like to probably discuss the Grace Randolph thing one last time because I want to get the panel's opinions on it. And yeah, we'll see where it goes, guys. We'll see where it goes. But I can't do all of this myself, obviously. You know who I need.
Titans, go!
Sup, girl?
Hi everybody.
Did you move your like shelf behind you? Is that like in a different place?
No,
Why does it look like it's in a
it's-
different place to me?
I don't know. It's exactly the same. I haven't touched anything. The only thing, and it's been there for a few weeks, is my little Hedwig light because it was like a
Oh.
little Christmas present. But that's been there since like after Christmas.
I think that
Only
threw me.
thing
I think it completely threw me off.
that's it. That's what did it.
Yeah, absolutely. Martin Stone has arrived. Did you drop your camera?
Well, Regina said camera's pointing up a little. I'm assuming she meant me, so I was like, "Oh, I'll fix it." And then the little like privacy cover just went flap.
Oh, I'm sure it was my camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely yours.
Martin, how you doing this week?
I'm doing good. Good day, but weird day.
Good day, but weird day.
Yeah.
Man, I hear that. Absolutely. We are short a Nolan tonight because I don't think he's not feeling very well, but Lorn is still here.
Did you move your bookcase a little bit?
You know what it was?
It's throwing me off. It seems weird.
You know what it was? I realized what it was now, actually. I was playing around with the graphics, so I was using like the cartoons of all of us. And the cartoon I made of Trish was from a picture that she sent me, and that bookcase is behind her, but she took the picture from an angle where her camera is not. So the bookcase looks like it's like more on the right side of the screen. So now I'm realizing that's what threw me, because I was working off of
Cartoon knowledge.
Yeah. This picture.
And it's also mirrored in that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I gotta replace Trish in all of the in all the graphics because she doesn't like this one.
I don't.
Those big anime eyes, like that's such a good anime.
You could get the color right. That's fine. She's cute otherwise.
These are green. Your eyes aren't green.
I know, because apparently AI is just like, no, Trish, you don't get your eye color.
Yeah.
So
what are your eyes, like gray?
Yeah. But it was funny, like I've had multiple people ask me if they were green in certain lights. So it's like one of those eye colors, I guess, depending on the lighting and whatnot. So.
Okay. Well, guys, as you all know, this is a show made for you and financed by you. We count on your generous super chats to keep the lights on around here. And tonight, we've already gotten a couple super chats, but we have a goal for tonight. If we can make, what did I say, $600 in super chats here tonight, then next week we will go back into Resident Evil 2 and I will play In the Dark. Which, from based on if you've watched any of our Resident Evil 2 playthroughs, you know that I get caught by every jump scare. So that will be a fun time for all of us. So let's see here. You and Cumia checking in for 199. Power to the 199 says Netflix has withdrawn its bid for Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, man, we all dodged a bullet. We're going to get into that in a little bit, but we will discuss. While the Crazy Bear for $5 says, if you wanted to do a Care Bear stare on any famous person, which one would it be? Mark Ruffalo.
God, he's so annoying.
He really is.
I feel like he cares enough, though. Maybe too much.
Like
he doesn't think, but he cares.
I watched a movie with him in it the other day. He had a small part, but I was still like, ew, Mark Ruffalo.
When Netflix backed out of the deal, my first thought was, I have to stop making dinner right now to go write this article. And my second thought was, eat it, Mark Ruffalo. So, yeah. Let's see. Mark Fields for 199. Power of the 199 says positive vibes to you all. Have a good night. Thank you, Mark Fields, and I appreciate all of the support you've been giving the channel, man. Thank you so very, very much. Regina Sharp for 10 big ones. So that was 2, and that's 10, brings us to 19. Says, in my next super chat, the beginning should be sung to Kyle's Mom Is, and might perhaps need to be decoded a bit. Stupid YouTube censor. We'll post immediately after you start reading this one. Okay, well, we'll see if you do. Oh, ooh, there she is for $50. Regina Sharp brings us to a total of 69 for the night. Nice. But says, wait, insert whose name here?
I'm going to assume Grace Randolph?
I'm guessing.
Well, Grace Randolph is a big fat bee. She's the biggest bee in the whole dang world. The stupid bee. If there ever was a bee, this message brought to you by... I should have had this queued up.
Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold! Glom gold!
There you go. Regina Sharp, thank you very, very much for the 50, man. That is that's incredible. We gotta play. Oh, I know what we're gonna play.
Commander, you've rained on my glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I won't let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
I love that clip so much. I love that he has to wind up for it twice. He's like, the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. And he goes, space!
I keep hear the word space now and not hear him say it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's the best. It is the best. But the best is also Regina Sharp with the power level of...
It's over 9,000!
Man, when we hit over 9,000 subscribers, we are going to have the over 9,000 celebration, and it's going to be off the hook.
Speaking of which, it wasn't too long ago since you had your 6, and I've been watching your videos lately, seeing that number climb.
We're about to hit 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little ways away from, we're in the mid 6,800s now. So, yeah, so it's
congratulations
coming soon. Thank you. Also, I gifted 5 M4 Empire memberships, so congrats to those who got that. Mike Glass also gifted 1 M4 Empire membership. So thank you very much, Mike Glass. Tyler Golosinski, member for 17 months. Wow, thank you. In his Dobby voice says, glory be, Mistress Trish is here on Dobby/my birthday.
Oh,
praise be.
Happy birthday, Tyler.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Tyler. Here you go.
Tyler.
That's how he'd say it.
You said it like Spike.
You know, I don't love the guy who does the Dobby voice in the full cast recording. Are you listening to the full cast recordings?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it in a sec. Which one are you on?
I'm only on the first one. I'm listening
okay.
in although I did cut ahead to my favorite chapters in the 3rd and 4th book just to hear them, but
I am almost done with the 3rd book.
I love them. Spoiler.
It's so good.
They're so good, everybody.
Why do we need an HBO show? We have this.
We don't.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin, how many have you been through?
Just the first one, because I'm only listening to it when all of us are together, my whole family.
Okay. Yeah.
And the Hagrid guy sounds like Robbie Coltrane. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh, okay, because he's King Robert Baratheon in that.
Okay.
And but yeah, he's so perfect as Hagrid. Oh my gosh.
Weird.
Our friend All BBB checking out, saying at the Red House. Now, normally for a $2 super chat, we don't play clips, but since it's BBB, who has been such a great supporter.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
They get along so well, they just completely green screened in the white guy. He's like going.
I don't think he's green screened in.
I don't know. Let's watch it again.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
and Hispanic people too.
That guy has no idea where he's at.
I think he's
in
just
front of-
standing. Yeah.
No.
But he does speak after like when he says in Hispanic people too. He goes, and all people. He does.
He's gonna play it again, isn't he?
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
He's about to move and speak.
I'm not saying he's not moving. I'm not saying it's a stationary image. I'm saying they took video of a guy standing in front of a green screen and he's got no idea what he's standing there for.
I do not believe so.
Okay.
BBB, is this from the video was just floating around this week of the monkey that got hit by the okay.
It's Punch the Monkey. That's his
the Monkey.
mom.
Yeah.
That's his mom. His mom doll that he's holding.
Man, that broke me, by the way. That poor little monkey. With holding like hugging the little dolly like that. Like I'm so glad one of the other monkeys is finally like taking him in.
Yeah, because they were really picking on him.
Seems cruel to name him Punch.
It's these British.
I mean, he
monkeys.
doesn't know. I assume he doesn't speak English.
I mean, he's British, so
So probably not. They barely
probably
speak
not
it.
actually. Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna put this to bed once and for all. All right, here we go.
Can't we all just get along?
At the Red House Furniture,
We can.
At the Red House.
Not the whole thing.
See, they're right there.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House in the Black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House.
I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person. Or a
Or
black
black
person.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
Nope.
Oh, they cut him off.
I'm going to go full bore and say 10 Gauge isn't even a real person.
You think 10 Gauge is like an AI creation?
I think he's imaginary. Yep. I don't think that's a real man.
You know, that's what I thought about the character Wilson on House when I first watched it, that he was a figment of House's imagination.
Listen, 10 Gauge is a real man. That's a man who likes deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
No man would jump onto a bed in the fashion that he does.
Some might.
No.
All right.
I defy you to try and mount a bed the way that man did.
I wouldn't do that.
I know. Nobody would.
I wouldn't be there when it said anyways.
Liquid Fox gifted one M4 Empire membership, pushing us over the $100 mark for the evening. Thank you very much. And Tyler Golasinski with another $5 for the Paul Bears. Oh yes, the Bear Slayer is here on my birthday. Wait, what do you mean he isn't here? Oh well, at least Lorn is here. Oh yes. I tried to do Trish the late 90s Paul Bearer when he stopped doing the yes and started doing the yes.
I don't like that. Do the yes one. That one's funnier.
Damn you, dead man. Your brother Kane is alive, Undertaker. Ewan Kimia for $5 says, I forgot to add. Oh, hold on. That was 106. And then this is another 5. That's 111. Says, I forgot to ask for my Glom Gold. Well, Regina beat you to it, but I will play you a Glom Gold.
Because I'm Flint-Hard Glom Gold, and I always will be!
Please, no, covered with scorpions. Oh, covered with scorpions.
No! Covered with scorpions! Get them off me! What are you doing to my head?
It just shows up. Like it just
You've been dying to do it from when I was back. Because I look at the things and you're like, it's just not the same without her here. And I'm like,
not.
So the second it came on, I'm like, he was waiting.
I was. It's not the same unless I could see you freaking out in the back. Like
I was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Liquid Fox for $2 says, I like Grace. She makes me feel so smart. Yeah, that is her job. Regina Sharp then for 10. That makes us to 1, 2, 3. I do apologize for all the rigmarole on that. Couldn't have a name, no insults, and it doesn't like any form of B I put in at all. Very, very frustrating for my jokes. So, wow. Yeah, that sounds like it's frustrating. I do like the word rigmarole though. So, like,
if I may.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh wait, no, I'll wait.
Oh, hold on, because we just got another $50 from Regina Sharp. Oh, and before I forget, all right, it's $50. I'll read it. All hail Empress Trish, ruler of the Femme4 Empire, she from which bringeth the dawn, she who warms the spring, queen of the 7 kingdoms, holder of the Iron Throne, washer of dishes par excellence, etc., etc., etc.
That seems like the right job for her.
I'm not offended.
Oh, then
I do a good job
Crown,
of washing dishes.
Aubrey Crown just gifted another 10 M4 Empire memberships. Wow. Guys, we might have a membership drive here tonight, the likes of which we saw on both the Pro Show and That Park Place this past week. That Park Place, Pro got almost 400 memberships on his show last week. And then on Wednesday on That Park Place, we got over 120. So
wow.
I would love to see how many memberships we could drive up today. Let's turn this chat green tonight, guys. But we are at $223 toward our goal.
I wouldn't be like make it rain, just make it green. Make it green.
We are going to make it green. We're going to make it green, and then we are going to play that Glomgold clip where he dances about. If I still have it. Do I still have it?
I mean, you're going to need me to look. Be a second set of eyes.
Maybe. Oh, I think I might have gotten rid of it. Why would I get rid of a Glomgold?
The one with all I do is win, win, win. That one.
Yeah.
There is no rhyme or reason to how these are in here, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know. I wish there was a way to like.
No, I don't think it is in here.
Organize them. Yeah, I don't think it is either. Well, we won't play that, but we'll play other clips.
Drum roll.
But wow, guys, the generosity is out, like just outstanding here tonight. So we are going to have to say thank you to you guys in some way. We got one! You know, there has been some conversation going on amongst the viewing audience of which of our M4 Empire theme songs is the best one, because we have the regular M4 Empire theme song. Then there's the M4 Empire gaming theme song, which also slaps. Then you've got the M4 Cast AM theme song with me and Lorn, and that one is pretty darn good. And then you've got the Culture Crossfire one with Wizard and I. So a lot of good stuff going around.
Put out a theme song album at this point.
Yeah. I could maybe make one actually for Crime and Punishment now.
Have you heard that Pro is working on the long form version of The Lorn of the Rings?
I'm very glad to hear that, because I love that song.
You're gonna get your song. He says it's got a full song that goes with it, and lyrics and everything. So
that's amazing. I love that. I love it. Oh, he did make that amazing Jonas is Back full song. So
I think it's my favorite out of all of them that he's created so far. I love that. I love that one.
It's very good. Tyler Galasinski for $5, bringing us to 228. Says Joker grins at getting to hear Marv and all his voices and takes a house elf from the happy birthday. Happy birthday wish from the mistress.
Oh, well. Happy birthday again.
Yeah. Joker grins at getting to hear Marv and all his voices. That's my favorite voice that I get to do.
You are excellent at that voice.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you like that voice.
For as much as I like to give you a hard time about your Bane, which is getting better. Your Joker one he gets this, your Joker one.
There's liquid in that one. Hold on.
I missed the timing on it, but the whole thing about the Iron Throne and then coupled with the washing dishes, it did make me think we could do the most sexist version of Game of Thrones ever, where it's irons, not swords, but like to iron a crease into pants.
You guys are so lucky. I have the sense of humor I do.
I never would have said it otherwise.
I think my Bane voice has been getting better now that I've been using a mug instead of my hand.
Yeah.
Right, Lorn?
No, I do think it is getting better. Sincerely.
Whatever.
Lorn's still going to give you the hardest of hard times, but
I do love it. I love it when you do Canadian Bane. It makes me happy.
I mean, I remember when I was playing Arkham Asylum, and like I was just kind of like doing like a Batman, and Lorn shows up in the chat, and he's just like, "You, sir, are no Bruce Wayne." And then I did the Joker voice, and he was like, "Okay, that one was really good." I was playing Arkham City the other night on M4 Empire Gaming. So
Arkham City is good, but to me it's overhyped. I prefer the original Arkham Asylum or Arkham Origins to Arkham City. I love the beginning of Arkham City. I think the beginning is great, but I don't know. It just for some reason I like the other two better.
I think the fight mechanics of Arkham City are better than the original
much more free-flowing.
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, much
That's
more
true.
Oh my goodness, hold on, guys. I got to cut in because you and Cumia just gifted 10 M4 Empire memberships. That is another 50, so we do break for that. So wow, holy crud, we are flying through these here today.
Really generous of you all. Thank you.
Yeah, very generous, guys. Thank you so much. Hold on, let's count up how many memberships we've gotten here tonight. I want to keep track of them. So it's 10. And then we had 11. 21. How many others? 20, that was 21. 22. 23, 24, 25, 26. We are at 28 memberships for the night so far.
Awesome.
So
wow.
I want to see if we can hit 100 memberships tonight. That would be amazing if we could. So
back hurts like an old lady. I apologize, everybody. I'm just like, ugh.
Your back is cracking like an old lady?
I know, it just hurts.
And that 28 includes Liquid Fox gifting 1 M4 Empire membership. Thank you very much, Liquid Fox. And then
the thing is, the Iron Throne is not very comfortable.
It does not look comfortable at all. No, like that seems like it feels like it would be like a real, like actually in House of the Dragon, the cut that like ends up like showing that Viserys has leprosy, he gets from the Iron Throne.
Ugh.
So
is that how that works?
They say that it's leprosy. I don't know if it is though, because isn't leprosy like wildly contagious?
No, it's actually not that contagious. It takes.
Then why did lepers have to go in like the colonies and stuff?
They didn't have a real good theory of germs at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know why people got sick.
Right. So living in close proximity is a problem. And when you live in a tribal culture with bad hygiene, it can spread more easily. But it actually takes close contact to transmit. It's got a modern name. I can't remember what it is. I can't even remember.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Wild Man of Yavin just gifted another 10 memberships.
Amazing.
What is that? We are at 38 memberships for the night here, guys. So many people turning green here tonight. That's amazing. Thank you.
I feel like 10 is like a lucky number now. Like it keeps coming up. Like I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, well, 10 is a 50, so because the memberships are $5. So,
But I'm just saying, every time for the most price it's 10. So I feel like, oh, someone play 10 in a lotto ticket.
Yeah,
somehow, just feels like it's been a big number tonight.
318, 320. Yeah, I'm just making sure I did the math correctly. Yep, that is. So we're at 328 toward our goal here tonight, and we are at 38 memberships, which is pushing toward our goal of 100 memberships. So what are we gonna do if we get? What do we do if we get 100 memberships tonight? We gotta think of something good for them.
I am the type of person that the second you ask me something like that, my brain is just like, no, I'm not thinking of anything like that.
All right. Well, I'll do something. Guys, if we hit 100 memberships, I'll do something awesome for the members. I'm not 100% what it is yet. It'll come to me.
Co-host a show with Wilton and let him choose the topic.
For members?
A whole night. A show like this. Not members only. Make it public.
I've already got to do a Mario Kart training thing with Wilton.
I would say put it to the audience. What does the audience want? Because you want to make them happy, right?
Yeah, it's a good point.
All right. Well, also all BBB for $2
because he can't fight you, Lorn, and he knows it. He's just like, ugh.
Said gold is beautiful with the American flag. Absolutely, man. I love. Like, how is that shot of that one guy from the Olympics with like the busted tooth, the hockey player with the American flag over him, which I pretty much is sure that's what BBB has here. How is that not the cover of every magazine right now?
Yeah. Plus, he's got a great name, Jacques.
Yeah, very true.
Oh my god, I never thought of that.
Regia Sharp for 5, bringing us to 335. Says that's why Empress Trish merely holds the Iron Throne. She doesn't sit in it. She has a comfy seat for that.
That is settee. You,
yeah. Aren't you hooligan?
What is it?
You're an author. You should know this word.
I don't know this word.
Well, but he doesn't write women's lit.
Yeah.
It's like a comfortable seat.
Okay.
That's it a lot. So really just hit it home tomorrow.
Juliet, member for 10 months, says Leprosy Hansen's disease.
Thank you. I was thinking it was Johnson's disease, but that would.
Oh, okay. Hansen's disease.
But that's a totally different disease. Johnson's disease is much worse.
I was wondering why you never hear about leprosy anymore, because they just changed the name.
And just to be clear, Leprosy Hansen would be a horrible name to go through life with, too.
Leprosy Hansen.
Oh, he made me silent laugh.
All right, so wait, what is Leprosy Hansen like? Who is his what like, let's paint the picture of this character here.
Well, I guess you could say he's going to bits.
I gotta think Leprosy Hansen's mom just saw the name somewhere and thought it sounded pretty, so she gave it to him.
Hi, I'm Leprosy Hansen. People call me Lep. You can call me Lep, but don't call me late for dinner. Am I right, folks? I assume he's not very socially conscious, so he's really corny. I'm Leprosy Hansen. I'm actually the 4th Hansen brother, but they thought that my name was a bit of a turn off for the albums. I could sing it too, though. Bop, dop, ba, doo, bop, shoodly up, yop, doo, bop.
And his lip falls off in the middle of it.
Wait, so does Leprosy Hansen have leprosy, or does his name just very unfortunately leprosy?
There's two entirely different things going on.
Hansen's disease, where you just go around screaming, do what? Do. I am so glad we have taken such a serious, horrible disease and found something good in it.
I'm just saying, Leprosy Hansen, man. He's, he knows his way around. I've seen things.
I feel like Leprosy Hansen is either the standout tight end for the University of Miami or a doctor.
Honestly, really, if there was actually such a person, he's the kind of person that would leave a little piece of himself everywhere that he went.
Going to bits over this. Not the way Leprosy Hansen does. But
corny leprosy jokes are just really getting to me tonight.
guys, give
Really
Leprosy
like how
Hansen a hand. He needs one. So one of the things when I play Arkham City on stream that people will show up for is because I make the worst jokes about Oracle the entire time. And so Oracle
How do they
shows
stand
up
for that?
Exactly. Those are exactly the jokes that I make.
I get it.
So Alfred, you start out with Alfred, and I'm just like, Alfred, you're so much better than Oracle. You're a real stand-up guy. Like you. But then when Oracle showed up, I broke the chat because Oracle's like, wait, why are your vitals crazy? What's going on? And I went, Alfred, walk Oracle through it. It's funny because she's fictional. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let's see what else people are saying out there. Regina Sharp for 5 says, it's okay, Marv. We don't expect the peasantry to know these things.
That's right.
Oh, good Lord. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for another 5, bringing us to 345. Says, tune in next week when Leprosy Hansen says, let me lend you a hand. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for 2, bring us to 347. Says, good evening, all. Good evening, Flying blind on a rocket cycle. Good to have you here on the M forecast. For another 5, Regina Sharp says, I think Leprosy Hansen used to rob banks in Dodge City with Dysentery Dave.
You know, that actually does sound like the 2 guys that got caught in the scheme that Snake Plissken actually ended up getting caught in at the beginning of Escape from New York.
Oh yeah,
Leprosy Hansen.
Because they had a prequel comic book for that, didn't they?
Well, there was a scene shot, but they ended up cutting it. You can see it in the deleted scenes if you got various versions of the. And actually, it's good that it was cut. The actual bank robbery scene wasn't that great, and it slowed down the pace of the film. So,
speaking of Kurt Russell, though, have you seen the interviews he's been doing with Wyatt, where they're sort of roasting each other?
I've not seen those.
His son.
Yeah, his son. Yeah. An interviewer asked, what are each other's favorite movies the other has done? And Wyatt immediately says used cars. And Kurt's like, ooh, wow, it's hard to pick. I mean, there's this, but it's really all of it. And Wyatt's like, it sounds like you haven't seen any of my movies.
JJ Gosling for £2 sterling says, Leprosy Hansen, not half the man he used to be.
Well, I'm half the man I used to be. Martin's probably.
I know what I know what you need to do for the chat if we get the 100 memberships.
What's that?
You need to create a new puppet that is Leprosy Hansen, but all of his limbs are attached via Velcro.
I can't do that. That's way too much.
That's a really good idea, though.
It's a great idea if I had the time to do it. I don't even have time to watch Scrubs. I managed to squeak that out today, so I doubt I could be able to make a new puppet that with detachable limbs. Though I would love to. I'll tell you what. If we hit 100 memberships, I will come up with the Ballad of Leprosy Hansen as a song and produce it and play it on the show next week.
Here's a tip, though. If you're going to do, are you going to do just the music, or are you going to do AI video with this too?
I don't think I'll do video. I think I was going to do just the music.
Okay, I was going to say, if you do video, whatever
I'm not
you
great
do,
at video stuff like Pro is with that. I'm still learning that.
If you're going to do video, there's no way that he can figure pick an instrument.
This is true. This is true.
Maybe he's just on drums.
Temporarily, baby.
Well, he can play for Def Leppard.
You can watch Scrubs, but Scrubs is my favorite show of all time. Just wanted to say.
I don't care.
So, so the Scrubs. So I did get to watch both episodes of the Scrubs revival that came out last night. I like it. I don't love it. It's really good if you really like JD Turk and Elliott.
Who really likes JD?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, he's like this. I mean, it's so it's because Scrubs by the end became an ensemble show with JD kind of as the connective tissue. But so far, we have not seen the janitor yet.
Is Dr. Cox in it?
Dr. Cox is in the first episode.
Dr. Cox should be in every episode. He is the best part of that show.
Yeah.
So Dr. Cox is in the first episode only. I'm hoping he'll be back at some point, but they kind of like give him a ride off into the sunset moment. So
forget that.
Carla has a minimal role, like very minimal. Like Carla's in like 2 scenes, I think, in the first episode, and I don't even remember if I saw her in the second episode at all. There's a lot of like new, like super gay interns and stuff.
I'm happy Donald Faison got work.
Well, I love Donald Faison's great in this, and it looks like he shot Scrubs season 8 yesterday.
He was gonna be in Legends of Tomorrow if they didn't cancel that show, and I felt so bad. I forget now.
Like,
It's
Fake
been a
Doctor's
minute.
Real
I'll
Friends
look it
actually
up.
kind of killed my love of Scrubs for a little bit, because I had to stop listening to it because I'm like, oh my gosh, Zach Braff cannot hide what an insufferable tool he is. Like for 10 seconds. And
He was gonna be Booster Gold. Sorry.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would have been cool.
So I felt kind of bad about that.
What was that about Booster Gold?
Donald Faison
Faison
was
would
going
have
to
played
be Booster Gold in Legends of Tomorrow, but it got canceled.
Oh.
I like Donald Faison a lot. He was going to be Professor Utonium in that terrible Powerpuff Girls live action show that never got made.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I saw a clip of that.
Yeah, there were clips of it because they shot the pilot and they were like, "This is terrible. What did you do?" But the thing that really irked me was that Zach Braff got cast in Star Wars because he was in the Obi-Wan show. Like he's under like
and he wasn't even great in that.
no, because Zach Braff hates Star Wars, has never seen Star Wars, constantly makes fun of Donald for loving Star Wars so much. And
So he went and got himself cast to play a prank on a friend?
I guess. But so one of my favorite Donald Faison roles is Gary the Black Stormtrooper in Robot Chicken, when they did the Robot Chicken Star Wars episodes. He's excellent in that. But
It's been so long since I've seen that. I don't remember it.
Yeah. So in the third one, you follow 3 stories. You follow Palpatine, Boba Fett, and Gary the Black Stormtrooper. Yes.
Do you remember when you made a Beatles bell for me for all the times that I apparently mentioned the Beatles? We need like a Star Wars kazoo or something, because every time Star Wars comes up, there needs to be a sound so you all are aware of how much Star Wars comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I get crap about the Beatles, who I have not mentioned outside of this context right now in weeks, and I get a bell, but you all don't have, like, I don't know, cowbell something.
Michael Steele for $5 Canadian says, I've been combating modern TV by watching DS9, Babylon 5, and the Sharp TV movies. Babylon 5,
all great.
I love Babylon 5. So
Trish, you were asking about the Sharp TV movies?
Is that connected to those things?
No, it's not connected at all. It's from a series of books, the Sharp novels, about a soldier who's risen up from the ranks of the British Army in the Napoleonic Wars to go from being like the book series follows him from a private to a colonel.
Oh, never heard of
And
that.
the movies are he's played by Sean Bean.
I've had a whole bunch of clips of Sharp show up in my YouTube feed for some reason, but I always wondered where this came from. I always assumed it was a TV series, but you're saying it's a series of movies?
Well, it is a series of made-for-TV movies.
So where do you start with them? Do they have different titles?
They do. I think Sharp's Rifles is the first one that was made for TV.
Okay, maybe I'll look
they were
into it.
produced by ITV, and I could probably point you to where you can find them.
Cool. Thank you.
By the way, guys, I would like if we are able to next week or the week after at some point, I want us to do another group game stream, and I want to play Among Us, because we played Among Us on Geeks and Gamers last night, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm up.
I don't have
y'all would win.
You guys know
Among
what that
Us is
game
one
is?
you log into. You don't have to own it.
Yeah. It's free to play.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so I have it in my Steam library.
Yeah,
Is that like
the concept, you could even play it on your phone, I think. The concept of Among Us is you're all crew members on a spaceship, and you all have tasks to do, but one or two crew members is the imposter, and the imposter's job is to kill off everyone one by one or sabotage the ship to the point that it's destroyed. So you have to root out who the imposter is. So you report a body, you report what you've seen around it, you report who's acting suspiciously, and then everybody votes on who the imposter is, and that person gets thrown out the airlock, and it either is or isn't the imposter, and it continues on. It's a lot of arguing, it's a lot of lying, it's a lot of deception, and it's all about, you know, who you can catch in a lie. There's on one mode, the imposter can actually be a shapeshifter. So like I'd be able to like turn into Lorn and kill someone in front of Trish, and then Trish would be like, Lorn's the killer. I just saw Lorn kill someone in front of me. And then we'd throw Lorn out and we'd realize Lorn's not the imposter. It must be a shapeshifter.
My son used to watch a lot of Among Us videos, so I'm familiar with the concept. But wouldn't the sneak? There's usually two that are the imposters, right?
It could be one or two, depends on the size of the group.
So what keeps the imposter from not killing anyone?
They would lose.
When? Are you on a time limit?
So there are tasks that have to be done on the ship by everyone who's not the imposter, and if all the tasks are completed, then the imposter loses.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. So there is a limiting factor.
Yes. I lost one time last night when I was the imposter because I was too chicken to like kill people. Like I killed a few. Like I got Beardo good, but I was afraid to actually like, you know, I was always cause the first time we played, like I would take someone out and like Epic Mike would be like standing right there and I'd be like, oh crud, because there's a cooldown after you kill. So yeah, I think an Among Us game with all of us would be really, really fun. So the way it would have to work is everybody would follow my screen, but then when we started playing, everyone has to mute their mics and essentially like click off to another tab. So I'd still be able to talk to the audience, but everybody else would not be able to hear me. And then whenever like somebody reports a body or calls a meeting, we all come back and we put our mics back on, and that's when we discuss.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Regina Sharp says something Thomas Covenant. Somebody will get that. Martin.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking on that.
It's because we called you out on it. You probably do know it.
That's entirely possible.
It's like when you're like, oh, what's that person's name? And then the person can't think of it.
Mm-hmm. Or like you're playing Jeopardy, you know everything, but you also know that if you actually held the buzzer in your hand, you would freeze. Like Cliff Clavin on that episode of Cheers.
Tyler Galasinski for 199 says, must do the song in puppet form. No, I can't do that. The song will be pre-recorded, obviously. Let's see. I think some more stuff came in. Regina Sharp for another 5. Which brings us to 371. Yeah.
Are you on a whiteboard?
Yeah.
Okay, because I heard squeak, squeak.
I have a little whiteboard in front of me. Regina Sharp for 5 says there is a chronological and release order for the Sharp books. Okay.
Okay.
Is there a situation in which there would not be a chronological and release order for the Sharp books?
Well, they might not be. Those two things might be the exact same order. So Bernard Cornwell wrote from like the middle, and then he went back and filled in some of Sharp's backstory. So
what the statement is saying is not factually there is a chronological and release order. It is that those two orders are not the same.
Right. So Sharp's Tiger is, I think, chronologically the first Sharp novel, but it's the 16th Sharp movie because Sean Bean can't play, you know, a 20-year-old person when he's 45.
So, okay. So I'm assuming all of the books were released before the series were done?
He's still releasing books. I just got the last one.
Oh, wow.
Last year, I think.
How long has these been going on?
I think since the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so this is a much more recent thing than I thought. I thought this was like an old series.
No, it's more recent than, say, the Master and Commander series.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Never heard of it, so learned something new today.
Yeah, same here. Chef Eddie for $5 says every time you mention Star Wars, the Supernatural theme should play.
Just like the riff from Carry On Wayward Son, like down.
You know, maybe we'll get you like some kind of like audio thing that you could play from the back in the audio section, that when we start talking about Star Wars and don't realize it, you can just play it to interrupt us.
Or Trish could talk about Ringo's favorite sandwich.
I'll agree to this as long as when she brings up Supernatural, we get to play the Star Wars theme.
I don't mention it nearly as much as you do.
No, but fair's fair, wouldn't you say?
No, fair is not fair. This is fair because I already have a Beatle bell, and I don't talk about the Beatles as much as you talk about Star Wars. So stop. This doesn't count.
Is that the actual reason that the bell was introduced?
No, the bell was originally introduced on the Pro Show because every time Culture says neo-Marxism, I ring the bell. But Culture stopped playing into it because he stopped saying neo-Marxism after that. So, you know,
I just had an idea.
You played both sides against each other and you won either way.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Regina Sharp for $5 says, "Oh my gosh, I stumped Martin. Woohoo! Party noise."
You absolutely did.
The Martin, the one and only.
The Martin. There's lots.
I looked it up. It's
only one the Martin.
Regina
Sharp for another 5. It's a 386. Says one of the most customizable red buttons for the Empress Trish.
Mike Glass had a great idea that only Martin will understand, but just every time. Pudding! Every time. You guys will get so sick of hearing pudding.
Why does he yell pudding?
I don't
know. I meant to take that away. It's a long story.
Mike Glass says Trish would be good at Among Us because she's an excellent deceiver. I don't think she is.
I'm really not.
She's got no poker face, guys, like at all.
Pop, poker face.
You beat me to that one.
He's saying that because I've deceived him twice with my movies on the Lorn and Apollo show. That's why.
Okay.
Everything.
But yeah, I think we had a really good. If you guys get a chance, you go to the Geeks and Gamers Play channel and check out the Among Us from last night. Jay and I were dual imposters at one point, and we won. I had to sacrifice Jay for the betterment of the team because he was found out. Like,
if you're a team, can you talk to each other?
No.
Oh, so you don't. But you know who the other imposter is.
You know who the other imposter. When you're the imposter and there's two, you know who the other one is. Yeah.
But you just can't talk to each other. Okay.
Yeah, you can't talk to each other. But like, so they had figured out that it was Jay, and I was basically like, so I voted for Jay because I was just like, well, I can't not vote for him.
Can you kill the other imposter?
No, the imposters can't kill each other.
That's what I thought you meant at first by sacrificing him.
Yeah, no, I voted for him to be thrown out the airlock, but then I ended up winning because it came down to me, Krista, and Phil, and I had killed someone and got out of there, and Krista walked in and found Phil like standing over the body. He hadn't like reported it yet, and so she was like, "Phil, you're standing over the body." And he's like, "No, I walked in," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, likely story." And then I won.
Sure, it's exactly what the imposter would say.
Mm-hmm. In one of them, like just as a joke, we threw Sevi out like at the very beginning before like anything happened. Like Beardo was just like, "I think it's Sevi," and I was like, "Seconded." And so we threw Sevi out the airlock, and it was Sevi. Like she was the imposter. Regina Sharp for another 5, bringing us to 391. Man, we are almost at that 600. I actually really don't want to play Resident Evil 2 in the dark. The best part in Among Us is when you vote for your partner and they are voted out by 1 vote. Yeah, that's true. So they threw me out at one point, like even when I wasn't the imposter, and I kept trying to assure them I wasn't the imposter, and then they ended up losing, and I was just like, man, it would have been great if you guys still had one more teammate in there at the end, right? But that's how it went. But yeah, it was a good stream. And then I I played Arkham City before it and then after it, so it was a good night. Well, we are an hour into this show. This is my favorite kinds of shows where it's just like just shooting the breeze. But we do need to talk about our featured topic here because the reviews are out for Scream 7, a movie that I know some of us on this panel are very much looking forward to. But the reviews, guys, they ain't good.
Listen, critics don't get horror. They are notoriously hard on horror. So not only do I never give a crap about what critics say anyway, I especially apply that to horror movies because it's like one of those, it's lowbrow, unless it's like one where there's some sort of message that they feel like they can cling to make it quote unquote intelligent. So I pay their 42% absolutely no mind.
Well, until last week, Silence of the Lambs was universally loved. As far as horror.
And last week, suddenly they had to apologize for it.
So.
I'll tell you one person who doesn't like Scream 7. That would be what do you call it? She-Hulk star Tatiana Maslany.
I don't care.
She has organized a protest, a boycott of Scream 7 because I guess they fired someone for their social media posts about Palestine.
Yeah. Like years ago, I feel like.
Yeah, but now the movie's coming out, and so they're trying to rally behind her. Honestly, I think that studios should hire Tatiana Maslany to organize boycotts of their movies as a promotional tactic, because I had no interest in seeing this movie until Tatiana Maslany told me not to see it.
That's diabolically clever.
Like I would be like, come out and say my movie is toxic, say that my movie is problematic, organize the protest, do it all. I'll pay you money. Just tell people not to see this film because the entirety of the viewing audience hates your guts. So let fly.
I am not for someone, generally speaking, getting fired for something that they say like that, but it has happened so many times in one direction that it's a little hard for me to all of a sudden see like dust get kicked up. For her. So it's like if there were consistency with this, it would be a different story.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Gina Carano, right?
So but yeah, I don't care what she thinks, and I don't care what if the popcorn score.
Yeah, we haven't seen the popcorn.
I wouldn't say I'd put all of my eggs in that basket by any means, because as we know, Scream 4 is my second favorite Scream movie. So I don't exactly go with the grain necessarily, but I would maybe go into it like, okay, let's see.
So we've got it's got the lowest score of any Scream movie ever.
Of course.
So first one right here is a positive review. It says the film develops a solid atmosphere and sustained tension throughout much of its runtime, though the final act lacks the impact of previous installments. Full review in Spanish. Diego Betil here, though, says not even the tensions, estrangements, and subsequent reunions managed to give a minimum of emotion, depth, or substance to Scream 7, which seems to have sunk to the lowest depths of the franchise and the genre. Full review in Spanish. This guy gives it a D-, says a big part of the problem is that Scream 7 looks and moves like a network TV show stretched into a feature length. The images have a clean, functional sheen. The lighting is flat, and the staging is built around coverage rather than unease. This one is supposedly a positive review. Says, while it's all entertaining enough and there's plenty of jumps and bloodshed, the story gets far too silly and misleading. It does what it says on the tin, but the mask has slipped a little.
See, this is one of those things where it's like at Scream 7, like, what do you think you're getting?
Yeah, I know.
When you go in this movie, like I have parameters in my head as to what these movies are. This one's just like, what are you expecting, to reinvent the wheel?
Well, this one says the main problem is that we've seen it all done before, over and over, with more gusto for 3 decades now, as the film unwisely keeps reminding us.
Whatever. Then don't.
Is this a member-berry film? Is it gonna be like member Scream?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be.
Sorry.
I was just saying it shouldn't be that, like, in terms of directly, because like the last one didn't come out that long ago. This isn't between like Scream 3 and Scream 4, where over a decade went by. This is like a few years. It's not that long.
Well, keep in mind the quality of the writers that you're seeing in Hollywood these days, though. It's possible that they have done something like that just because they don't know what to do.
What were you going to say, Martin? Because I feel bad I cut you off.
It's okay. I was going to say that in a way, all the Scream movies are member-berry movies because they're all meta-aware of horror as a genre, and they always plant things like the janitor in the striped sweater in the first movie was Fred, and you know, there's always little things like that, and that's part of what makes them endearing for the fans.
And I mean, it's Sydney. So what are you supposed to do? It can't be a clean slate every time. You have that returning element there. You have people that are coming back. So it's not, this isn't.
Has it been the same Ghostface in every movie though, Trish?
No,
or is this like a different
Ghostface in every movie?
time.
It's a mystery every time, which is why I'm very like, don't tell me anything, because you can watch them if you know, but
these reviewers aren't going to spoil anything on Rotten Tomatoes, I guarantee.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, I even put a message out in the chat. I'm like, if you do one thing for me.
When are you seeing it?
I don't know, because I don't have anyone to go with, so I don't know. We'll see.
I was going to say we can get the Trish review next week.
We'll see. I'll let you know if I see it, but you know, I don't like going alone. So.
You know, I used to be like that, and then I got to the point where I'm like, actually, you know what? I kind of like going to the movies by myself.
Honestly, it's dangerous to go along. Here, take this.
Wait, that sounds really familiar. What is that from?
I believe Legend of Zelda.
There you go.
I actually not just went to a movie alone. I sat in a theater by myself. Like, it was a matinee for that Jackie Chan movie, The Medallion. Nobody else was there. In a theater completely by myself was one of the creepiest experiences of my life.
I just had that when I went to see 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would be a little unsettled by myself.
See, I think that's the ideal way to watch the movie.
I loved it. I was like, oh, can every movie be like this where I'm the only person here? I was the only person, not just in that theater, but I think in the entire theater. Like,
I
it was
think
me and the employees.
Being alone in a public setting,
mm-hmm.
and maybe this is like, it could be a woman thing, it could be a me thing, but I don't know, just me by myself sitting alone in the theater and it's dark and I don't know who else is in the.
Well, and it might be different when it's like one of the smaller theaters, that a thing that's been out for 10 weeks is already, and it's in the smallest theater in the megaplex.
Yeah.
I was in the stadium seating. Like, they expected a lot of people to show up.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm the only one.
I think that's great. You get to pick the best seat in the house. You don't have to compete with anybody. You're not listening to anybody chatter during the movie.
I always.
Oh yeah, 40-year-old me would love it.
When there's other people in the theater, I always sit on the aisle. I like the aisle a lot better. I like being able to I like having no one on one side of me.
Middle back.
And this one, I got right in the middle. I was just like, there's nobody here. So I sat, my coat went on one seat, my popcorn went on the other seat, and I was just like. And I watched an okay movie with Ben Kingsley. Or not Ben, Ray Fiennes. I don't know.
Condir Voldemort.
Yeah. Definitely, I remembered it was Ray Fiennes because I was like, oh wait, I was making Kill Harry Potter jokes in my head the entire time. Every movie, it didn't matter. Like, he was literally in that movie where they were trying to choose a new pope, and he's like, we must choose a new pope, and I was like, to kill Harry Potter. My wife gets so mad at me when we watch a Ray Fiennes movie because I do it constantly. Yeah, so this one right here from the Irish Independent says, dull for the first half and confusing in the second. Scream 7's an utterly preposterous and entirely inconsequential. A horror without brains, wit, and imagination.
Okay.
That's from the Irish Independent.
Okay. Sure.
Indie
I mean,
Wire.
it's like, I don't know what they want me to say to that.
Look, this one right here, Pablo O'Sholl says Scream has come back in a big way with appearances that will have diehard fans applauding and plenty of jolts and set pieces to scare those diving into the franchise for the first time.
You should not dive into this franchise in movie 7.
I wasn't looking at the screen when you said the name of the writer, Pablo Schultz, and I'm like, how does that have a German name with an Irish prefix and a Spanish first name?
I'm like trying to put together a voice for that in my head, and it wasn't happening. Allison Foreman over here from IndieWire, who we're going to pretend is Scottish, says Williamson's greatest failure comes in the film's relationship to meta commentary. Once the series calling card self-awareness has been dulled into self-soothing.
Okay.
Did you say that was from an Indian reviewer?
No, I said we're going to pretend she's IndieWire, like indie movies.
IndieWire. I was going to say that.
I said we're going to pretend that she's Scottish.
I got that part. I was just trying to figure out what would an Indian Scottish accent sound like.
He's trying to bait you into doing one.
I want to see if you can pull it off.
I don't think I'm allowed to do ethnic voices, Lorn. Unless like
okay.
Katie Walsh from the Tribune News Service gave it a 1 out of 4. Says there's no escaping the nagging feeling that it seems like Williamson fed Scream into an AI chatbot and the machine spat this wretched thing out. It has all the familiar components, but doesn't move right, sound right, or feel right.
Okay, but the last two did.
Yeah. This Amy Nicholson from the Los Angeles Times says, maybe in the boldest meta twist of all, the inventor of Scream wants to kill it off himself. So you have hope for this then, Trish. You didn't like see the trailers and
I
be
don't.
like, oh, this looks bad.
First of all, I'm not a difficult person to entertain generally, which is why if I turn around and I say like I really hate something, you messed up. So I'm sure I'll be fine. Even the ones that I have my problems with for separate reasons, I acknowledge are not bad movies. It's like a separate thing that I've got problems with. It's not like the actual quality of a movie. So it's like, I don't know what to say to this.
As far as Williamson killing off the movie, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Like Terry Nation kept trying to kill off the Daleks because he hated writing them at some point.
But he's been so positive.
Williamson, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he has done what so many other people have done, and he looks back at what he did and goes, "Oh, I was making grand commentary." But
well,
maybe
Rob Thomas with Veronica Mars is something similar. If you know, you know. And I know that attitude that some of them have. Well, and I don't like it, but I hope he doesn't have that. I'm not getting that sense from him. See, Rob Thomas, you got that sense from him.
Well, like George Romero is a victim of his own ego as well. Like he at some point was like, "Oh yeah, there's a social message to all these."
Oh yeah.
By the way, I like this theory. Chevetti says Marvin's family. Well, I'm not from Sicily. My family is originally, but says so. Technically, he's probably every race. Probably. I would love to get one of those like DNA tests if they weren't all bullcrap.
And if that didn't mean the government would have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I think it's BlackRock that bought into one of them, which basically.
Gosh, now since I did the Irish voice, I'm reminded of a joke that I tell that I have to do entirely in an Irish accent.
Is it the penguin one?
It is the penguin one. Well, now that you've said it, I can't tell the joke because that's the punchline.
Yes, that's true. You'll have to save it for another time and sneak up on people. Sorry about that.
Like the least when you least expect it, the joke will happen.
Yeah.
No one expects it, like the Spanish Inquisition.
Thank you.
Let's see here. I think we've gotten some more. We have gotten some more chats here. Bookstore Thor, remember for 6 months. Happy 6-month anniversary. Trevor says, "No way Scream 7 can top Fast and the Furious 7." I don't know if he means that like tongue in cheek.
I'm guessing because aren't you on like Fast and Furious 972 at this point?
Yeah, I think it's 10 coming up, right?
Yeah, 10 Fast and Furious.
Something crazy, yeah. I mean, good for it though. People like that.
Did they do? Wasn't it Fast X or something like that?
Yeah,
something like that.
Pastor of Muppets for $5, which brings us to $3.96. says, just got back from dinner with the wife and family for my birthday. Tomorrow I turn 40. Hell, happy birthday, Muppets.
So birthday-y tonight.
Yeah, seriously. First, what was it, Tyler Golosinski, and now Pastor Muppets. Didn't get to tell you, Trish, we finished Supernatural. Loved it.
Oh, you watched all 5 seasons.
For another $5. He says, right, and I agree. Supernatural doesn't need a season 16. That would be a disservice. Such a perfect ending.
Thank you. I think so too. And I'm like, the cheese stands alone. I know a couple of other people, but I love it. And people yelling at me.
Who's
Thank
yelling
you.
at you?
No reason.
I mean, I'm being slightly dramatic about it. But I do remember in the chat a while back, a bunch of people were like, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like playfully, but meant it that I was crazy. And I was like, I get the feeling I'm all alone in here. And so I will leave this be because I don't feel like being one against however many. But I loved it. And I love hearing when other people love it because I just like knowing other people got from it what I did.
Mm-hmm. Well, and there's so much stuff out there that's not worth watching. When you find something you can really hold on to, that's great.
Yeah. Made me happy. Thank you.
Liquid Fox for $5 says, I just thought it was weird that Dewey's ghost is the killer in Scream 7. Just kidding, Trish. But Sydney does get covered in scorpions. Sorry. Really? Huh.
Really, Liquid Fox? Really?
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Covered with scorpions.
No. Covered with scorpions. Get them off me. What are you doing to my head?
You can blame Eric on my love of that clip because Eric used to just go like we used to just randomly, me, him, and Kevin just go covered with scorpions.
Like, really, Liquid Fox, really?
I love that people are now requesting covered with scorpions.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
so great.
Yep. All right. What else we got here tonight? Oh, so the war for Warner Brothers is over and done with. We have seen a triumphant victor emerge. What the heck? There's an ad that started actually playing audio. I don't like that. Why do they do that? I'm sure Grammarly too. I'm like, I already use it. Like, Netflix has so Paramount Skydance gave an updated bid. The updated bid was $31 a share. So they upped it by $1, but they threw in a lot of sweeteners. They presented that. Warner Brothers got the bid. Warner Brothers said this bid is a superior bid to what Netflix has. So Netflix then had 4 days to match it. Warner Brothers did not need 4 days. Warner Brothers got back to them within like 2 hours and was like, we're done. We're out. I personally think that Netflix saw the writing on the wall. They saw how difficult this was going to be to get through regulation. They knew that if they tried to get through regulation and failed, they were going to owe Warner Brothers a ton of money. And they saw their stock was tanking pretty much every day because of this deal. So I think Netflix was like, oh, yep, if they're going to take this and we don't have to break the contract, we're just going to take it and we're going to run. Martin Stone, what do you think?
Okay, so it's kind of difficult because I didn't get into the numbers as much as a lot of other people. I do think that Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers does mean even worse. It would have meant worse headway for the theater industry, and I love going to the theater.
Yeah,
but now we've got a situation where Skydance Paramount is going to be flirting with dominance over the entire industry, the way people feared Disney would 10 years ago or so.
I mean, I don't honestly think it will. I think that it's just going to rise up as a competitor to Disney that no one else has really been able to do.
Right. There's that. Plus, I think
that's
the
needed.
decentralizing power of AI is going to be pretty difficult on this industry anyways, since AI doesn't have a union to rep it. But it's always nice to see them crush their enemies, see them driven before them, and hear the lamentations of the Netflix.
Of the Netflix women.
Hear the lamentations of CNN.
Oh, man. That's the other
will
thing.
be intriguing to see what happens there.
And this is the thing that I know Pro is going to be talking about a lot. It's the fact that Paramount is going to own CNN. The Ellisons are going to own CNN. A conservative family is going to own CNN, which means they can shuffle the deck now and change it around to be more of a centrist thing, the way they're trying to do with CBS News. I would think Barry Weiss is going to end up being in charge of CNN.
I'm not sure that I would necessarily call the Ellisons conservative. I think
Well,
they have
centrist.
Yeah, that's better, I think.
It's so things have shifted so much in the last 10 years.
Well, so now you know who is about to be very, very happy about this is the fine folks over at MS Now, because now they're going to be the propaganda wing of left-wing politics.
Yeah, well, it depends on how the Ellisons move on this sort of thing. I know that the geekosphere has been upset that the Ellisons haven't put a stop to Star Trek in its current form. Of course, we don't know, what things are going on with the contracts. Some of that stuff is public. There may be things behind the scenes, though, that we don't know. When these guys are looking at an entire portfolio of holdings, and we have our pet interests in various franchises. Or
I have a feeling that's what Starfleet Academy was all about. It was about creating the excuse.
Mm-hmm. The excuse to let the Ellisons drop it?
Well, I think that kind of, yeah. I think it was a means of. That's why I went out onto YouTube first, was because the viewership numbers were all public, and it allows them to say, "You're not delivering. We gave this away for free," and not only did nobody care, everybody mocked it.
Well, and I do remember floating that as a possibility. I think on this show, maybe your show, the late night show, Lorn.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying the Ellisons they're doing a lot of very big picture stuff that's going to benefit them, and everybody wants the Ellisons to benefit their niche franchise or channel or whatever.
Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that. I think it's just, I mean, everyone thought that Netflix was the clear winner here. Everyone thought Paramount was being stupid by staying in the fight. Apparently not so much. Apparently it was not stupid to do.
Is Netflix out earnest money, and how much, if we know that?
I don't think Netflix is out any money with this.
Okay.
So what's going to happen now, if Netflix was not able to pass regulatory approval, they were going to owe Warner Brothers something in the neighborhood of $6 billion. That was like their assurance. Like, if we can't make it through regulation, then we'll pay you out billions of dollars here. Now, if Netflix breaks, or if Warner Brothers breaks the contract, they owe $2.8 billion to Netflix, which now they will actually owe. So that means, but part of the new deal that Paramount signed is that Paramount will pay it, which leads to my running theory that Sarandos and Zaslav got together, and Zaslav was like, man, this rich dude's son, he really wants to own this company. And they were like, hey, what if we can do a thing where we where we pretend that Netflix wants it to drive the price up and somehow still get this idiot to pay us $3 billion?
Isn't that what Comcast did to Disney?
With Hulu?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Have we looked to see if there's been any stock movement on Netflix's part since they announced that they're dropping out? Because I'm not convinced that their stock is actually going to go up with this loss.
Yeah, there's a real possibility that the market may look at having made this move as a point where they can no longer have confidence in Netflix's current administration.
Well, in my opinion, it was not only reckless, but they came away with nothing. I think the real goal was to lock up some IPs, and they didn't get them. And now there's nowhere to go. So I just feel like Netflix is going to be harmed by this over a longer term than people think.
It's possible. It's certainly possible.
Speaking of blood in the water for Netflix, did I hear recently that somebody was looking to relaunch Blockbuster?
What?
You guys? Okay.
I did see that they're saying Gen Z's renting things more.
Right, yeah, Nolan sent that to us.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe.
I'm looking this up.
I think people are getting really sick of all of this. And I think they're starting to understand too that you don't own any of it, but they're making you pay own it prices.
Hold on a second. Because
Go to Blockbuster's website.
Blockbuster.com right now.
You're on it?
Yeah, we are working on rewinding your movie. But while you wait, check out all that Sling TV has to offer. Sling owns Blockbuster?
I guess.
Anyone owns Blockbuster? I wasn't aware that it existed.
There are lots of times when a company becomes defunct, somebody still owns the rights to all of the idea of the company, I guess you would say, the trademarks, the copyrighted material. Somebody usually still retains that. So it wouldn't surprise me that it still exists in at least a ghostly form, let's say.
There's a Central Florida fair coming. I don't know when it is. Or if maybe I missed it already. I don't know. But it was going to have a Blockbuster pop-up where they were actually going to have a Blockbuster you can go into and get movies.
Oh, neat.
I'm like, how would you return them?
I wonder if somebody still owns the rights to, say, Mickey Rooney's Potato Fantasy restaurants.
Or Pasta Mania. The whole
Potato Fantasy?
Yeah, Mickey Rooney's Potato Fantasy.
That's amazing.
That's a thing?
It was a thing. He owned a chain of family restaurants called Potato Fantasy.
Love it.
Really playing into the Irish thing, isn't he?
Was that all they sold? Was just potato-based dishes?
I don't think so. I think it was like a steakhouse kind of thing.
If someone were smart, they'd do that with cheese. They'd
Were they
open a
any good?
cheese-based place.
There was a place in a mall in Jersey called Potatopia. And it was literally just potatoes. You could get baked potatoes, mashed potatoes, French fries, whatever. And then you can get all these proteins and cheeses and sauces and stuff on it.
Boil them, mash them, stick them to stew.
Exactly. Waiting to see which one of you were going to make that joke first. But that would be interesting if Blockbuster came back. That would, oh man, if they came back and started taking it to Netflix, that would be really funny. If Blockbuster launched a streaming service and had some cool stuff on it, I would subscribe to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, initially, Blockbuster did try. So at one point they had the opportunity to purchase Netflix. They declined to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Then they started to try and get themselves into the mail order.
I remember that.
Service.
I do remember that when they were trying to do the mail order stuff, and nobody was biting on that.
But they had video games, and Netflix didn't.
Yes.
So, kind of an aside here, just going into the etymology of words. Have you heard about how the younger generation doesn't have familiarity with physical media like floppy disks? And so when they saw one, they got excited because they thought that somebody had 3D printed the save icon?
Yes.
Have you heard of this?
No.
So have you ever thought it's we say rewind and everybody knows what it means, but someday there's going to be somebody that goes, why do you call it rewinding? Because they have no concept of something being on tape.
Mm-hmm. Or even roll it back.
Right. I mean, it was just a weird thought that stuck in my head because they said, we're working on rewinding your movie. It's you're going back to VHS? It's how many people are alive today that you think don't have any
concept
of what a VHS tape is?
Yeah, I guess it's the kind rewind thing.
Have you? So Sean, formerly known as John, in the chat just brought up Lorn lives a couple hours from the last Blockbuster. Have you guys ever heard of the last Blockbuster?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was in. Is it in Oregon? I thought it was in Alaska.
I think it's in Oregon.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Maybe the one in
realize
Alaska closed.
Yeah, it is still a working Blockbuster. So that's something.
Martin, you said you knew a kid.
So somebody told me that they were trying to get their grandson to help them save a document, and the kid said, "Yeah, just hit the soda machine icon," because to them the floppy disk looked like a soda machine that had a soda sitting in the tray to pick up.
What?
So the floppy disk icon didn't register at all.
Well,
totally
actually,
foreign to their way of thinking.
When we're old and feeble, these are the people that are going to be running the world.
Well, take that same thinking. Is that when we were doing our movie list the other night, one of them that came up was Johnny Mnemonic, and I famously hate that movie, but I watched the trailer for it and was reminded that what he's talking about is that the capacity of data that he can store in his brain is 80 whole gigabytes. And I was just thinking about that, and it's like,
it's nothing.
Wow, we were so innocent. It's like that's but at the time, that amount of data storage was incomprehensible. Now look at it the other direction. If you've got one of those kids that's never seen a floppy disk before, try and explain to them that this thing held a whole 1.44 megabytes and took a long time to transfer. They'd never be able to understand that.
No, never.
I don't want to feel old anymore. Stop it.
Is that how much that a floppy disk held was 1.4 megabytes?
No.
If it was a 3.5 double-sided double density, yes.
I remember like when I was in like elementary school, like all of our games were on floppy disks, like Oregon Trail and like Carmen Sandiego were all on disk.
But were you old enough that it was on the 5 and not the 3.5?
They were big. I remember they were like
big black ones.
Yeah, the big black ones. Yeah.
All right, so 5.25, and those were roughly half. So, you know, we're talking about an infinitesimal amount of data. In fact, I would bet that most of our avatar icons are bigger than what you could hold on a disc in those days.
Probably. The then I remember when CD-ROM came out. I thought it was the coolest thing that had ever been made. And when my dad said we were actually getting a computer and it was going to have a CD-ROM, I was like, we are the Jetsons.
I remember my dad holding up the Encarta disc and being like, the entire Britannica we have on the shelf is on this disc.
Oh, gosh. And then I remember you used to have to put the CD-ROM in for the game to load it in and then run it off MS-DOS. CD / in space, CD / Carmen. That was where in space is Carmen Sandiego. So you guys, you know who I wonder if he's ever even heard of Blockbuster? Nolan Thunder was not expecting you tonight.
Is that the place they went to after Woodstock 99?
I don't even get that joke, but
how's it going, friends? How's it going?
Woodstock 99 is like old to him, and I'm like, yeah, I remember like Woodstock 69, that movie. Anyway,
but yeah, so Nolan, we're discussing the fact that there is rumor that Blockbuster might be coming, like someone might be trying to revive Blockbuster as a company.
I love Blockbuster to pieces, but if they revive it, it's probably gonna be like the Toys R Us revival. It'll be at the back of like a Kohl's, and everyone forgets about it again.
Yeah, what was that Toys R Us revival? Is it literally in Kohl's?
Yeah, it's pretty much just like, you know how Walmart has a toy section? It's pretty much that with Kohl's. Like, there's nothing that actually makes it, like, there's no Joffrey, there's no nothing.
It's just this Toys R Us.
Or Jeffrey.
Or him, too.
Isn't it Jeffrey?
Did you do that on purpose, Nolan?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Okay.
Would be a totally different proposition.
I already meant to make a wooden
draft, like King Joffrey the Draft, first of his name.
I love the idea of just this villainous monarch threatening all the children that want to play with the toys.
I am the king.
I'm going to have to find the.
Sounded like Beavis.
I'm gonna have to find the. Because we made an episode on Toys R Us, and he kept saying Joffrey, and we asked him to clarify, and I ended up making the thumbnail for that episode Jeffrey the Giraffe sitting on the Iron Throne.
It was just so funny because like
his best works.
Like Nolan was saying Joffrey, and it was like I didn't know it at the time, but Martin and I were both at the same time like, is it? We thought it was Jeffrey.
In my defense, that was the only way I ever heard it pronounced. So,
yeah, you know, we just lovingly tease now. It's fine.
Any giraffe that goes around announcing that I am the king is no true king.
Tywin draft. All right. We have got some super chats that have come in and gifted memberships.
Super chat.
Let's see. Where were we? Leprosy Hansen. No, that was a way back. I think it was okay. I think it's this one. Regina Sharp for 5 says, serious question. What are the odds that Netflix was just brought in as a white knight to drive up WDBD's price? It's very possible because they're walking out $3 billion richer, and their stock, which I want to show you guys this. Take a look at the post like the trade, like the post-closing trading today.
They got a $10 jump. Wow.
It jumped by 10% after it was announced that they were not going to buy Warner Brothers. And if you look at the way it's been over the last even like 5 days, you see how low it was and how far it's come up now. If you go for a month, I mean, look at this. This has just been a roller coaster for them, like literally like a roller coaster. 6 months, they were tanking themselves with this deal. One of the more interesting quotes from the article that we wrote today on Geeks and Gamers in That Park Place is Ted Sarandos saying, like, basically he said, Warner Brothers would have been nice to have, but it is in no way essential to our company. Like, he basically was like, we don't need it.
Well, isn't that part of the problem? It was a bauble for them to have. It was IP for them to exploit. There's no love of cinema over at Netflix.
No, of course not.
Well, and that was part of it, but I think the more major thing for them was trying to kill off theatrical, despite them claiming that wasn't the intent.
Yep. I agree with you. Snarky to Stink for $2. Checking in, that brings us to 408. It says Victory Peace Sky WB. Indeed it is, my friend. Indeed it is. Chef Eddie just became a YouTube member, so welcome to the M4 Empire, Chef Eddie. That is a 413. Pastor of Muppets just gifted 5 M4 Empire memberships. That is 25, so that brings us to 438. And Hawaii Dragon Star just became a member, so that brings us to 44 memberships for the day, guys. Can we get to that coveted 100? And then I will create the ballad of Leprosy Hansen for you all.
Do it.
Nolan, you missed Leprosy Hansen. We're not going to go back and explain it,
what?
Just
don't worry about it.
Just watch the replay.
Yeah, watch the replay, man.
Explaining it won't
do it
justice.
justice.
Sure. I'm excited.
39, 44, 42, 43. 43. 443.
Yay, leprosy.
Chef Eddie for 5, bringing us to 448. Says conspiracy theory: Netflix only wanted WB so Susan Rice could retaliate and silence Scott Jennings. Well, they were not buying CNN. They were only buying the movie studio and streaming. So CNN was going to spin off into Discovery Global, and then that would have been, so Netflix would have had no control over that. But good guess. Michael Steele for $2 brings us to 450. Says Netflix is up $7 in after hours trading. Yep, absolutely. We just took a look at that. That's insane. Regina Sharp for 20 brings us to 470. If Netflix was brought in to play White Knight, they would always have had to pay off as a baked in part of the idea. They would have needed to make it the potential losses worthwhile. That's been a thing since the 80s. Interesting.
Marvin, I apologize. I've got to drop. I've got to go get ready for that other stream.
Yep. Absolutely. Lorn, we'll see. Guys,
hi,
you're gonna be sent over to that game place when we're done here, and Lorn will be over there playing Overwatch with Pro. So you guys can check that out at 10 o'clock.
All right. Thanks a bunch, guys. Have fun. See you all soon.
Hi, Lorn.
Let's see. I agree with you. But Michael Steele for another $2 brings us to 472. It says my first computer used cassette drives, not discs. That's interesting, Martin. I never heard of a computer with cassette drives.
Yeah, they're older. So the magnetic tape.
Okay.
Yeah. So you had the reel-to-reel magnetic tape era, and then you had the cassette era, and then the discs.
By the way, guys,
some of that overlap.
like that too.
We are at 45 memberships right now, so we are 55 away from 100.
But you need to stop for a minute.
Yeah.
Check out your super chats.
Whoa! Snarky the Stink for 200 bones.
It's not snarky.
That is generous.
That is very generous.
Snarky, thank you so much,
Wow.
man. It just says Movie Monster. Oh man, you are. Well, I guess by the way, also next week, thanks to Snark, we have just hit our $600 goal, and we are going to be playing Resident Evil in the Dark next week on M4 Empire Gaming. But
Are you gonna
Snark,
scream?
man, what?
Are you gonna scream? Be like,
I scream with the lights on. Oh, Snark, man, that is just I don't even know what to say. Like I can't thank you enough. Here, I know one thing I can say.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they stay there.
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Covered with scorpions.
No! Covered with scorpions! Get them off me! What are you doing to my head?
Just incredible generosity. You know what? One more time for the road.
At the Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And Hispanic people too.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Snark.
Feel good.
It's like it
It
feels
always
right.
makes
It
me
feels
smile.
right because it stops racism.
Yeah.
I'm in awe. Like Snarky, I really thank you so much, man. That was amazing. Let's see. Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for 5 says tune in next week when Leprosy Hansen says, "Hey babe, I got my eye on you."
You guys have to stop. I mean, don't stop, but stop.
Leprosy Hansen says, "I can't quite put my finger on it." Regina Sharp for 5 says the real question is, will the ballad of Leprosy Hansen be a country ballad or a folk ballad or a heavy metal ballad? I don't know. We're 55 memberships away from finding that out.
The title sounds like a country or a folk ballad, but now I want it to be a power ballad.
I gotta say, either way, I think Marvin's gonna put his best foot forward.
Regina Sharp for another 5 says cassette drives were still used on certain systems up till about 2010.
Oh.
Yes, actually, there's still systems using the floppies. There's like one guy who bought up a massive amount of the stock, and he's still selling unused floppies in industries that have to use those to upgrade stuff.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Regina says for 5, well, the tape drives, technically cassettes refer to more than the music cassettes, but I figure I should clarify. That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you. James All Day for $5 says, Marvin, I know you don't care about wrestling. You're totally right. But what happens to AEW under Paramount? Well, that's a good question. So Warner Brothers has an ownership stake in AEW. We have found this out. Forget how we found this out recently, but we did find it out. Like unequivocally found it out that they do have an ownership stake. So I guess that means Paramount will have an ownership stake now in AEW. And I assume it's just going to stay on HBO Max. If Netflix got it, that would have been worse for AEW, I think, because Netflix has WWE. So they could have, feasibly kicked and AEW would have probably gone with Discovery Global. So they could have kicked it off HBO Max, and then that would have been that. So I think that it means that AEW has a new partial owner because Paramount is going to take over that ownership stake. So
who is it that has the distribution rights for MMA for
UFC?
Fighting? UFC.
Paramount.
It is Paramount. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so that means Paramount works with TKO.
Right. Exactly.
That's it. That's interesting because Paramount works with TKO already on a billions upon billions of dollars deal for the UFC. So what is that going to mean? Like, they might be like, hey, get rid of that thing.
Well, yeah, because it's
What is that going to mean? Like, hey, get rid of that thing.
Well, yeah, because it's not just that they have that deal with TKO. It was rich enough that TKO is going to stop doing pay-per-view, and it's going to be streamed on Paramount Plus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is great for me because I'm cheap.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I almost watched UFC last weekend after all the Sean Strickland stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he cut the heel promo of all heel promos, and everybody was so mad at him, and I was just like, man, you're so mad you're gonna tune in to watch him get his butt kicked, right? Like, it was wrestling 101.
Well, and the rematch is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like, he won though, so like, yeah,
right. But the heel won the initial, right?
Yeah.
So when there's a rematch, there's even more heat.
We'll see when the heel wins again.
Honestly, I thought tonight we were going to be talking Corona Rousey until the Grace Randolph stuff hit.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
honestly, I don't think we don't have time to really talk about Grace. But you know, if you guys want to hear me talk about Grace, I mean, I have 2 videos on it already. So hold on, I'm just answering a message real quick. Directing to, I'm just letting Pro know that we're redirecting to him when we're done here. So yeah, God, it's an exciting time. I mean, yeah, obviously we could touch on it very quickly. Grace Randolph is an idiot. With
yeah, but that wasn't the news.
What?
That wasn't the news. That's old.
Yeah.
Nothing new there.
We've known this for a while, but I mean, it's impressive when you could be so gloriously wrong about something and double, triple, quadruple down while people are throwing community notes at you like a water balloon.
Yes.
And
then trying to throw everybody under the bus, like, well, we don't know about Tourette's here. Like, what are you talking about? We don't know about it.
And that was the, like, so she tried to say we as Americans have zero education on Tourette's. And I'm like, lady, most of the people that are shouting you down in your comments are Americans, and they're community noting you with information cited from cdc.gov, which is specifically education about Tourette syndrome by the US government. Like, because it's wild unchecked narcissism is what it is, because she refused to admit that she was wrong, and after that she had to say she had no choice but to say she was wrong, but that wasn't her fault. That was a failing of America, because Americans don't know anything about this thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So she got caught misplaced on the pyramid of hierarchies.
Yeah.
And ended up arguing that some people just shouldn't be in public because of their conditions and how they affect other people, which is darkly exactly how we treated that stuff before the 80s.
Right. Like, should we lock them up in asylums, Grace? Is that what you want? Or just make them not leave their homes? Like, and so here's an interesting thing. So I reported earlier on That Park Place on an interview that this guy, John Davidson, did about all this. And of course, you know, Hollywood pressured this poor guy into apologizing for his own, for having a disability. Because he like contacted Warner Brothers to reach out to Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo so that he could apologize. And I'm like, man, Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan should have issued a statement already to be like, guys, we understand that this is not something he can control. We know that this is a disease, and, you know, nobody should be giving him anything for it. We're not offended by this. It's, you know, it was not in his control. You know, let's treat him with the respect he needs, because this is a horrible condition to have, and what a horror it must be to live with this. But no, they didn't. Delroy Lindo was like, well, man, you know, what happened, but like, you know, it would have been nice if someone had talked to us about it. And Michael B. Jordan, you know, through sources, it's come out that he is disgusted by what happened. And I'm just like, dude, like, Pro had the best analogy for this. He was like, that's like saying a paraplegic is racist because they didn't stand for the Black national anthem. Which is
I was thinking along those lines, but in a different way. But that it is nice that this guy apologized, and I think unnecessary. But I'm not one of the people who was there to hear it, and But it's nice that he apologized because that's what considerate people do when they inconvenience others. Like,
Yes.
my wife uses a wheelchair sometimes, and if she is in somebody's way, she will apologize because she happens to be in somebody's way and she's trying to be considerate. We all have to share space together, so showing each other some grace would be nice.
Right.
Grace.
But so the other thing that he said, so this event was shot on a 2-hour delay. There were multiple other ticks that he had throughout the night that were edited out of the program. This one was not. Not only so he yelled a bunch of homophobic things at Alan Cumming, and when he was talking about Paddington Bear, he said something really inappropriate about Paddington Bear. Like he was like, "Oh, Paddington, why don't you come home with me? It wouldn't be the first time I took home a hairy Peruvian bear," or something like that. And when he said that, John Davidson yelled out "PDF file," but he said the actual word that I'm, can't say on YouTube. But he also said that the people at the BAFTAs sat him in front of a microphone.
Well, at least he wasn't set up.
I think I said this on Culture Crossfire earlier. I was like, I think he was totally set up by these people. They let this tick get through because the BBC was rubbing its hands together at being able to be like, ha, a white guy said the N-word and we got it.
There's no telling what a person with Tourette's will have.
No.
If they could tell, they might be able to express it.
Nate told us that he met the Queen. And when he met the Queen, he literally screamed F the Queen in her face.
I remember that. I saw the video of that.
And the Queen was like, yeah, no, it's a disability. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the most stuffy people on the planet was able to be like, yeah, no, I get it.
Well, I mean, we say she's stuffy, but she also worked the motor pool back in the 40s during the war.
True.
But Alan Cummings' joke about Paddington, probably in bad taste.
Yeah.
Shouting that at him, a little bit funny.
Yeah, a little funny. But I mean, like the fact that he was so I get it if you're miking the crowd because you want to get like the crowd reactions, stuff like that. Why would you seat this guy near the mic?
Right. And I can totally see the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing and that setup happening. Like the sound guys just go out to optimize acoustic signature, for acoustic design.
Yes.
And there's a different set of people who arrange where everybody's sitting. And then you've got the camera guys who are told about it so they can get their shots and things like that. But somebody saw the entire plan. And either they saw that this was happening and went, oh, good. Or went, well, why'd you sit him right there?
Yep. You're 100% right. So there you have it, guys. This is it's a really weird, really like, it's a terrible situation that this poor guy was in. And now, the American Hollywood media, these American celebrities, it is virtue signaling civil war because ableism bumped up against racism and racism won. Like, which one do you care about more? So,
well, ableism is newer.
Yeah. But they love their ableism. I mean, they love their ableism when it comes to things like being blind or being in a wheelchair. Like, you should be happy about that. But if you have Tourette syndrome, you should be ashamed of yourself and never leave the house. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard people griping about the ableism of Neuralink?
Neuralink? No.
Yeah. So people saying it's a real fringe. But, I've heard people say things like, and, obviously it's the internet, so who knows if it's real. But, that there's nothing wrong with these guys. It needs to be fixed. Like,
I mean, they said that when Mr. Beast was paying for like surgery to help blind people see, and they're like, there's nothing wrong with them, or and who didn't turn down the blind people? He didn't force eyes into their head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But these psychotic people that are all on one side of the culture war, they hate themselves for any kind of privilege they have, including like walking.
And I know I've said it before, and you'll probably hear me say it again, but nobody is ever as offended as they are for other people.
Yes. Well, that was Grace Randolph. She was literally speaking for the Black community. And then she said that they should change the release date for I Swear in the United States because it comes out at the same time as the Michael Jackson biopic. And that's disrespectful to the Black community even more now. I'm like,
Did everybody else suppress a joke about Michael Jackson's skin color?
I was literally thinking to myself, like, Michael Jackson is not the person you should be holding up as like the like avatar of like Black pride, because Michael Jackson turned himself into a white woman.
Unless, of course, he actually did have that disease that they claimed he had.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he did?
I don't think he did.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's see. There's a couple more supers to get to, I think, and then. Regina Sharp for $10 says Grace managed not only to put her foot in her mouth, it's come out the back end, gone around and got back in her mouth at least 5 times now. Out Burrows ain't got nothing on her. It's true. It's very, very true. Guys, what a night this has been. What an incredibly generous and incredible night. I mean, between Regina and Snarky and just so many of you guys out there. We've got 45 new memberships today. We've blew through our goal. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And here's Snarky again for $2. Says Andre did nice pieces on Grace News. Yeah, I got to go check that out because Andre has a way of just encapsulating things so perfectly. He's such a cool guy. I love Andre to death.
Yeah, he has in the past done videos about how he doesn't mind her. In fact, he agrees with her sometimes. And
yeah, Tom is the one that hates her.
Yes,
Tom has that jingle that he plays about her. I'll edit it for language, but it says, "So what kind of dumb stuff did Grace say this week?" It's by the way, my Grace Randolph impression has been getting a lot of praise in the comment section of those 2 videos.
I watched both those videos, and I remember when I originally heard it, I thought it was like an Andy Rooney but female, and it's not anymore. It's you've really tuned it in.
It's because I had to actually watch her live stream to learn all this stuff, and oh gosh, that was like torture. That was one of those. Sometimes I have these moments where I'm just like, I wonder if Target's hiring people, like. When I question my career choices, when I have to watch Grace Randolph. But yeah. All right, guys. That is going to probably do it for us. We're going to send you over to that gameplay, so don't go anywhere. Not only are you going to get the ending to the greatest theme song in YouTube history through our closing video, but we are also going to be sending you over to that game place where Pro and Lorn are going to be playing Overwatch. But Martin Stone, before we head out, tell the folks where they can find you and everything you're up to.
Well, I'm mostly up to being one of the Lost Guys with Trish and Nolan and Hangry Table. We've been having some fun lately with a couple of topics, and we have been saving one for our special 50th. And we're waiting a little while on it because we had a scheduling issue, but we think we're going to get it next week. Happy to bring it to you all.
Awesome. And Nolan, what about you? What do you got?
And no, I'm kidding. You can find me over at Nolan Thunder for my series Lost Files, where I talk about internet and video game mysteries. Thank you.
Excellent. Trish, we got 45 new members today, so maybe we should
wow.
Maybe we should be putting together our crime and punishment.
Okay.
One of the member exclusive shows that you guys get access to when you are a member of the M4 Empire is Crime and Punishment, which is mine and Trish's true crime podcast. So that is Trish's show. She hosts it. I'm just kind of along for the ride.
I did my research.
Oh, okay. So did you tell me who we're doing next? Because I don't remember.
Oh my god. Memory of a goldfish. Joel Rifkin.
Ah, yes, Joel Rifkin. We talked about Seinfeld. Yes. So that will be our next episode. You think we'll what? Oh, yep. BPE checking in with the BPE special, $20 and no message. We love you, BPE. Thank you so much.
Pulling the BPE.
The BPE special, man. I love it.
BPE is like this enigma.
Yeah, he really is. I love him so much. Juliet is saying Pro is saying California is trying to stop the Paramount WB deal. Yeah, let him try. It's not going to work. But all right, guys. Trish, anything else that you wanted to plug other than Crime and Punishment and the Lost Guys?
I can't. I'm not good at the pointing. Martin said.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Tomorrow, we've got me and Jonas on Extra Magic with Jonas and Marv at noon on That Park Place channel. We'll have a new video for you guys tomorrow on the M4 Empire. And over the weekend, we will be, doing some game streaming. And then next week, I'm trying to get everyone on this show together for a game of Among Us, and maybe we'll invite some of our other friends from other channels as well. So look out for that. And we'll be playing Resident Evil 2 in the dark because you guys blew through the goal here today. So from all of us here at the M4 Empire, I thank you for your attention, and we'll catch you in the next one.
They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every stream, every show, every voice that shows to grow. This isn't just a brand on air, it's a movement rising everywhere. We are the M4 Empire. Hear the crowd lifting us higher. Through the noise, through the flame. Now the whole world knows our name. Stand tall, don't you tire. We're climbing higher and higher. Through the storm, through the fire. We are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Neon fades, but the signal stays, echoing loud through endless waves. From one voice to a choir's roar.